Hey everybody, my name's Clay Page. I'm a singer-songwriter from Northeast Georgia. I've got this 1990 coach house back here behind me that me and my granddad rebuilt the motor on. I got a thing for old stuff. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking on the van just yet. I'm gonna jump in and get straight to the meat of the video. Today we're talking about this here, 12 volt AC unit that's fixing to be installed on this camper from Out-Equip Pro. I'm really excited about this. Been doing a lot of research. I had a buddy send me a video on 12 volt AC units and I was pretty intrigued by it because for what we use this unit for, I think this is going to be a huge problem solver. We show up and don't have anywhere to plug up the power. Catch a little cat nap before the show. Also in this old coach house, we have AC in the dash up here, but there's no running AC that goes throughout the back of the van. So it gets really hot back here. I'm gonna take off my old unit and then we're gonna start installing this thing. I'm really excited about it. So I finally got my old unit off and working on getting these old gaskets out of the way. I'm gonna clean this up real nice and then we're gonna start putting the new gaskets down. You gotta give credit where credit's due. This is a 35-year-old Emerson Quiet Cool, and it did work. We went trout fishing last weekend in this thing, and it was either really cold or really hot. There was no in between with this unit here. So we're fishing to unbox the Out-Equip 12 volt unit and get this baby installed. Stay tuned. Fishing to unbox this thing here. I got my instruction manual printed off. I sent that digitally through email. Shout out to my buddy Michael at Out-Equip Pro. Send some nice gaskets. Package really nice. One thing I will say about this, in the box and everything, it's still lighter than this old Emerson unit. Heavy duty wire here. This thing's actually wrapped in a nice plastic too. I really like that. It keeps it from getting scratched up. I don't know what gauge wire this is, but this is super thick wire here. Looks like it has some kind of little fuse here. I really like this panel for the interior. That's gonna be super nice. We're fixing to get this gasket put on. Y'all, I just got my square gasket installed. Now I'm fixing to put these back supports for the unit, so they'll go sort of behind the square. I waited to take the plastic off because I don't want to scratch it on the way up. This particular van has sort of a cut in the roof. This is all fiberglass roof. I'll try to get a video of that here in just a bit, but if I'm gonna drill a hole, drill to the side of this thing instead of straight down. So we just got her mounted up. Looking good. As you can see what I was talking about here on this particular camper house, got the cutout. And I did measure before I ordered this unit here to make sure that it was gonna fit. And man, it fit perfect. So y'all, it's 91 degrees here in Georgia today. Been spending a few hours on this. Wouldn't have taken as long had I not had to take my old unit off. We got the screws in, and now we're fixing to start putting our braces in. Piece of knowledge that I think will be very valuable to anybody who's working on a van versus a camper. Out-Equip Pro sends you two different size bolts. I would say for most vans, you're probably gonna use this size here. First time I went with this long guy and I couldn't get my bracket tight. I'm fixing to take these off and go back with the smaller screw so we can get this guy snug in there. So we just got the brackets in. They're snug down nice. And now we're fixing to hook up what I'd call the little control panel. We're getting close. We started on this thing at 3:30 this afternoon and it's now 8 o'clock. That said, I had to take my old 110 unit out from up here and clean the area so my gasket would seal off real nice up top. We've got her hooked up to the battery system and we're fixing to fire her off and see what happens. We'll let it sit for a few minutes and then we're gonna come back out here and see what kind of temp we got. So here we go, y'all. Got her on a strong 65 degrees, y'all. So listen, we're gonna come back here in just a little bit and see what happens, see how it feels in here. Listen, I cut this unit back off just to to prove a point here. I didn't have a thermometer. I have one, but I couldn't find it this afternoon. So I'm just really excited about this. So I borrowed my granddaddy's thermometer that he had on his front porch. Because right now, y'all, it's almost 80 degrees in here. You see that? We're gonna let this thing run for 10 minutes. It's 8:25 right now. I'm gonna leave this up here sort of out of frame where you'd be sleeping at. Let's see what happens. So it's 8:35 on the dot, 8:35. There it is. We're sitting right around 70 degrees, y'all. This thing is pretty awesome, I have to say that. If you care to hear more about this old van that I got, I bought this old Class B 1990 coach house a few months ago, and I bought it not running. I had it towed home from about an hour away over in South Carolina. Got it home, got it going, all of this stuff. Ended up having to rebuild the motor in it. So this is a pretty special camper. We've been using it out on the road playing music. And if you hadn't heard my music, check it out. Come to a show, you may see this old camper out here somewhere. If you're thinking about making the switch to 12 volt AC, I highly recommend this Out Equip Pro.